videos.
Hello everyone, welcome to Diamonds and Dew, aka Lee K. I think you can tell the difference between the two. That's Lenore. I'm Lee. You may or may not see my brother pop in. Who knows? She's, like I said, she's not as little as she looks. She's tall. Anyway, I'm doing an extra video just to give you guys a heads up on what's going on with us. About 2 years ago, Lenore had a lumpectomy for cancer. Been doing okay with it, but when she had her last mammogram, I've been trying to find that word for 3 days. When she had her last mammogram, they found something suspicious, so they scheduled her for a biopsy. She's had that biopsy last Thursday, or Friday, excuse me. And today she got a call saying that the test results were in and the doctor has the information. Unfortunately, the doctor never called us back. She did call, and the nurse there or receptionist or whoever basically said, well, she hasn't looked at it yet, so she'll call you back. So we're dealing with that because there's still, is it or isn't it, question. My brother, whom earlier I had said that he had medical issues, but I couldn't really get into it because I didn't have his permission. He has a bone infection in his foot. That bone infection has become so bad that it is irreparable, however you want to pronounce it. So he's going to, in 2 weeks, he's home now, but in approximately 2 weeks, he's going to schedule to have that foot amputated to save his leg, quite frankly. I, at some point in time, have to make an appointment with my podiatrist because my foot is causing me issues. It keeps turning in and I can't do anything with it. So I gotta figure out what I can do about that. I believe the only thing I'm gonna need on that is what I call a Forrest Gump brace. The one that comes down to your foot and all the way up, halfway up your leg. Why are you looking at me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm listening, and when I listen to someone, I look at them.
I suppose.
Look at you then.
There was something else. I forget what the hell it was.
I don't know. Those were the only things we
But
talked about.
nonetheless, above all, I want to say that I appreciate everybody's positive thoughts, everybody's prayers, all the hearts and comments that are being said either in my whip and chats or when I'm on a live with somebody, when I'm at a live with somebody, not on a live, but when I'm at a live with somebody. I do appreciate all of it. It is well received. I believe she appreciates it too.
I do.
Although I don't know for sure,
I'm gonna slap you.
You are not going to slap me. You slapped me.
I told you I was going to.
That's just because I know people like to hear her laugh. But nonetheless, that is some of what we're going through. So I haven't quite been myself. I think that can be pretty much figured out why at this point. I've given people little bits and pieces here and there. But the full details are just that. We do not know yet. We are being left questioning what the whole thing is. And of course, like I said, my brother is going to lose his foot in a couple of weeks, which is going to give us a whole new can of worms to try and figure out. Lenore's other issues have been mostly bone and weakness and tired. And getting iron infusions, yes, she's got two more weeks to go to get iron infusions because she had the gastric bypass, and when you have the gastric bypass, your body doesn't like to absorb iron.
Anything.
Well, whatever. Right now it's the iron issue. But nonetheless, so she's going through that as well. There's a lot on our plate. There's a lot going on. Like I said, she's constantly tired. Rightfully so. She does a lot of work, and we don't have the best of mattress box spring sets. So. What? You sound like Donald Duck.
I am.
Anyway, that is about it. I didn't want to make this a whole super long discussion. Obviously, it's not a whip and chat because you're seeing us, but it's also not a live, so you don't get to hear her sing yet.
We're working on that.
We're working on that, yes. That is still next in the works. There's still a couple of things that have got to be done. But, like I said, you guys have been so supportive of everything we're going through and so supportive of our mental state. Yes? Hey. Cinnamon.
Cindy.
Yeah, see that? Try to show you the other cat. She's just like, nope, I'm going to hide behind you. Anyway, welcome to our world. So much fun.
It could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. It's like anything else. Like I always say, I once felt bad for having no shoes until I met a man with no feet. So, you know, it is what it is, and it will be what it's going to be. In the meantime, I can't say it enough. Thank you very much for your support and your words of confidence and not condolence, obviously, but you know, wrong word. Nobody's died. Well, I might after this. And if I do, if you don't hear from me, just please notify the police department that they need to look at Lenore.
Oh, thank you. It could be your brother.
Nah, he wouldn't do that.
You'd be too afraid of your mother.
Exactly. And for those of you that don't get that, my mother passed away, and so what would happen is he'd be too afraid of my mother because my mother would come down and haunt him for the rest of his life. But thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful day, night, whichever the case may be. Cinnamon.
Yeah, she's a turn.
All I'm getting is her tail.
Yeah, she has a pretty tail.
Oh well. Anyway.
All right, thank you.
Good night, everyone.